Candace, I'm so sorry for having interrupted you. So, your oncologist at that point was not very happy with you and your decisions, but also was telling you you only had a few years to live.
He said if I did everything that he told me to do, I would have 3 years. And I don't know, I just kind of looked at it as, 3 years. But I said, how do you determine 3 years? And do you know how they do this? Okay, from when they do your surgery, they do this whole makeup on your tumor. They get all this information, this whole computer run out, all this stuff that I have, that none of us understand anything of. And then they come up with it's like a algorithm or something.
A formula of some sort.
Yes, it's nuts. I'm like, this sounds like gambling to me.
Good for you. Good for you.
That's what I told him.
You didn't want to believe that,
No,
or
I said,
also take that.
I said, seriously, this sounds like gambling to me. This is,
Because every single person is different.
Every
right?
single person is different. And so anyway, at that point, I had a conversation with God. I said, God, look, I'm not going anywhere. Well, my son is where he's at right now. Because nobody in this world, even you, can't take as good a care of him as me.
You needed to be here for him.
I said, I can't go anywhere until...
Purpose. So you had a purpose.
Yes.
So that's right, Leni.
Yeah.
Until I'll be happy to leave when I am at peace with where he is at in this world.
Good for you. May I just interrupt?
Yeah.
In Britain, they have outlawed doctors from telling patients how long they have to live. It's
That's
against
awesome.
the law.
Yeah.
Because it's essentially playing God. How do they really know?
Right.
Yeah.
But also, I've known people who lived to the day the doctor gave them, because it gets in their head.
Absolutely.
And I really believe this. They then
absolutely
believe it and believe
is so powerful.
this is where I'm going. Yes.
Dr.
It is
Frankel
powerful.
Talked about that with people in concentration camps when they believed they would be liberated on a certain day, and when it didn't happen, the next day they would die.
Mm-hmm.
So belief is really, really powerful.
And having a purpose like you had for your son. Now, at that time, that was before the Oxycontin. What do I want to say?
No.
Was it during
this
that
accident
period?
was 2009. I was diagnosed in 2010.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's incredible.
No, but I was talking about the Oxycontin crisis. When people were becoming very aware of that.
No, it wasn't really. No.
So people didn't really know.
No.
And
I didn't even know what it was.
And he was prescribed that for his pain.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And that was pharmacists, 2 doctors peddling that too, by the way.
It had a lot to do with the company that created it.
Yes.
How it was marketed.
Yes.
And unfortunately, people like myself now, who has cancer in their bones, cancer on their spine, tremendous amount of pain.
Yes, of course.
I never thought that anybody would live every day with this level of pain. Can't get any pain medication.
So what do you do to alleviate that pain? How do you do it?
You learn to live with it. That's one thing about being stage 4 for so long, is because stage 4 breast cancer, MBC is what we call it, metastatic breast cancer, is a chronic disease. It is like having diabetes. It's like, you are constantly in treatment. You don't get to, let's try this pill. Oh, you're good. Great.
It's over.
No,
it's never over.
Constantly in treatment. And that's why, it becomes very wearisome.
Of course.
It really does. You just get tired of it, really. Okay, so I hooked up, which is big here. Suzanne Summers wrote an excellent book about hormone therapy now, and how that, because she had breast cancer.
Yes.
Yeah. unfortunately, hormone therapy isn't covered by the insurance in the United States because, oh no, that may fix something.
Really?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
Well, and also care for women in the United States has never been
No.
very good.
A priority.
So, let me just interject something real quick. Do you know if you look at cancer rates, for breast cancer rates worldwide, okay, Japan is like at number 4, 4% or something like that.
It's a very low rate.
Mm-hmm. Diet. I really believe a lot of it is diet.
So
okay?
what is your diet? Sorry to interrupt you, but
Sugar. No.
Yeah.
Sugar feeds cancer, by the way.
Yes, it does.
No. I don't eat a lot of red meat. I do like vegetables. I like fruits. I like rice. I love pasta. I don't think that's something.
Probably not so
But
good.
I don't think wine is bad for you. I like my doctor said, I have a feeling it's not because of anything you're doing. Whatever you're doing, keep it up. I could be eating a whole lot better. But I had a very brilliant doctor tell me one time, if you don't remember anything else I tell you, Candace, just eat Japanese.
Japanese?
Wow.
Japanese food, yes.
Yes, I can imagine.
The fish oils. Soy, interestingly enough, is a trigger for breast cancer.
Soy.
Yes.
Wow.
Soy sauce then.
Soy milk, yeah.
Ooh.
Tofu.
Wow.
Yeah. So that part isn't, but very little red meat and the way that it's prepared and I mean, okay.
But I also think for you, it sounds like it's more about your faith and also your sense of purpose and your sense
my
of
stubbornness.
Yes. Okay. Thank you. I wasn't going to say that word, but you're stubborn.
Absolutely.
I was going to say your determination.
Yeah. And what do you do mentally? Because that's part of it as well, I have no doubt. Do you meditate? Do you have affirmations?
You know what? I've just got this relationship with God. Because what happened with Brock once he got up here, he put himself through college. He got it all paid for because scholastically it was so. I mean, this kid hit boom, boom, boom. This fabulous job with Planet Fitness, and then all of his creative stuff coming together. He's just rolling. He's doing so amazing.
And he really came out of a tragedy and really could have ended up in prison for the rest of his life or dead.
Definitely dead. Definitely dead.
And here he is achieving and doing well. And here you are doing well.
Okay, so guess what? It got to the point very quickly with my son that I realized I could die and be at peace, knowing that because he was going to be okay.
Ah.
So I had to have another bargain with God. Another conversation.
Yeah.
I'd really maybe like to experience a grandchild. And I waited until I was almost 38 to have my son. So, not everybody's a grandma at 56.
So what else came along that gave you a purpose? Because surely there must have been something.
Or maybe it's just your deep faith.
I
don't mean to say it's just.
No.
Sorry. Because I think that whatever someone's belief is that helps them to face the tragedies you have faced, the pain you have faced, the determination that you gained comes from a deep place within you.
And the fear. The fear.
You had to overcome that fear.
And that is one of the biggest obstacle for human beings is fear. It's so destructive.
And that's a stress. That's a stress. And you were talking about stress.
As I we're telling you on the way here, my doctor said to me, you're not even consumed by your cancer. You're consumed by your brother's. You come in here and ask me all these questions about your brother's cancer. I've never really had a fear about. I didn't even have a fear when I knew that lady who did the mastectomy saw something.
The mammogram.
Yeah, yeah.
And I remember when we sat at the dining room table and we were talking about it, I also thought, wow, because I would probably have been shivering, hiding somewhere in stark terror, and you were just... And I also remember something about you initially didn't want to have the double vasectomy because you had just bought some new bras.
Oh, my fabulous bras. Oh, my God. You didn't even have the tags taken off of them. Oh. But let me tell you, it was like the second visit to my surgeon after the mastectomy. I went in and I'm like, oh, why don't they tell women about why? I mean, why wouldn't every woman do this? It's so liberating.
Really?
I was thinking about not even having him do implants, Well, that's the real upside about breast cancer. Having a mastectomy is you never have to wear a bra again. Never.
Now that I like it.
Oh my God. Think how big that is.
Yes, that is a freedom, isn't it? Isn't that interesting?
Seriously.
Wow.
Okay, back to the cancer things. Okay, so Japan is like 4. Okay, the one closest to us, I think, is the Netherlands. They're at maybe 38. The United States is like 86 on this scale. Yeah, it's just crazy.
What do you attribute that to our diet in the United States?
Largely, yes. I think diet, but the fact that we have very
and it's
poor
about
health care here.
Oh,
and if I may interrupt,
really do.
yes.
a friend of mine came from the Netherlands, from Holland, and I remember her telling me, I have heard more about breast cancer in the United States in one day than we hear in an entire year. And so I think there is something to the placebo effect. You hear about it all the time and you're told about the symptoms, and then you have a little pain and you go, oh my God, maybe I have that illness. So I think in a way, having that repeated over and over again promotes people's belief in possibly being ill.
Like, I've got a much greater chance of, so.
Imagine.
I think it's lifestyle. I think it's diet, though. And I think it's also, like you said, Leni, our headspace, what we're thinking about, what we're concentrating on. But I think Americans tend to operate with a lot of stress.
Oh.
And I'm not saying that's put on them. I think sometimes we put that on ourselves.
Absolutely,
right?
My gosh.
But, Americans do tend to be very fearful, and I think it's a learned behavior. And when you hear about something continuously, I think it has an effect on you. I really do believe that.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
There's a doctor, I don't know what kind of surgeon he was, a Frenchman, and I've got that book too, and I'll mention it, who had brain cancer and put everything he had to what he had to do without the traditional to overcome this, to live. Because people with brain cancer don't live very long. And he did. And but he really went on the journey. I mean, he really was like totally changed his life. The whole, and so much of it is here.
Yeah, in your head. Yeah, and I think so many people aren't willing to make the changes that they really need to.
Yeah.
Because it's a lot of work, but also we're habitual in what we do.
Okay, we're talking about us, okay?
Right.
And we live in a beach city. We live in a
area beautiful place.
That's unlike a lot of the rest of the country.
Yes, amen.
I mean, think about how people the majority of people in Alabama eat. And, I mean, what do they know about meditation? And, seriously, we have resources available to us that
aren't found in other places.
So do you meditate? Or is it your animals that give you?
I'm a Virgo. I can't quiet this brain that long. Are you serious? You know that.
Do you pray? I mean, is that part of
You know
your
what?
practice?
Okay, let's get back to that because people, when they talk about your faith, like as you were, I'm not a preacher. Okay, I am not a preacher. My relationship with God is all the time, every day. I don't purposefully pray. I have conversation with God.
Oh.
I have conversation with Jesus. Every time I pass Jesus here, I'm like, I love you.
Good for you. Yeah.
I never would have made it past 15 if it weren't for you. But yeah, I mean, that's the kind of conversation I have. There was a playoff game last night. And I'm like, I haven't asked in a long time about something like this.
But when I look at your home, I also see you surround yourself with so much beauty. You have some beautiful
things that are beautiful to me. I mean, not everybody collects pieces of wood and rocks and things like that.
Or the little frog.
Yeah.
So do you think that has an impact on you as well, the fact that you are surrounded?
My cohesiveness with nature started very early when I was growing up in Colorado, and my mother said, "You don't need me to play with you. Go outside. Look what you've got, the world out there." And I started talking to trees and collecting rocks, and because they spoke to me and things like that. I think a connectiveness to nature.
So,
and they say now, they're saying, everybody is saying, so many researchers and doctors are saying that everybody has to connect with nature.
Yeah.
Trees communicate. Do you know that?
Oh, yes, I believe that.
Yes. Have you seen that book? It's amazing. I'll let you read it. It's amazing. Trees are all connected underneath.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Oh, I can't wait.
Yeah, it is beautiful.
And trees, we are, we're part of that matter,
Yes, absolutely.
This is just our body.
Yeah, we're all one big organic.
Well, Candace, thank you so much. This has been amazing.
I just want to ask one question. With somebody who has just recently been diagnosed with cancer, what would you recommend?
No chemo. I have that's what I neglected to say, is that I got involved in the research program at UCSD because the lymph nodes, they start congregating, and I started getting tumors, and I wasn't going to, they said, well, part of this research program, which is crazy to me, let's cut them out. I had 8 surgeries in 6 years, and then the surgeon said, I'm not going to do any more of you. It's too much. But I don't think that's any research program. Come on. If you've got a mass inside of you, doesn't it make sense to cut it out?
Yeah.
Rather than filling you full of poison and to try and kill it that way, because that kills everything else.
Yeah.
Listen, I've sat, and so I sit in this Moore's Cancer Center up there, and watch these people. Listen. Oh my God! And the NBC. The couple always stands out to me. They owned a home in Claremont Mesa that they had owned a long time. They had a lot of equity in it. Her treatment for NBC for the metastatic breast cancer. I watched them over 2 years. They sold their home. They started living in an RV. They were living in these parking lots in their RV around that they've got in San Diego, where you can stay, if you're homeless. That's what 2 years with NBC, and because the thing is too, Medicare was a nightmare for me when I got switched. So 2010, the Affordable Care Act wasn't until 2012. 2010 was my mastectomy. When my insurance, you have to re-sign up every year, January, February, something like that. The human resource girl comes to me and she says, they're denying you. They're not going to. I couldn't get insurance for less than what my rent was a month.
Wow.
That's criminal.
I'm a single mom. Yeah.
That's criminal.
Obama, I credit him for saving my life too, with that Affordable Care Act.
Yeah, that made a difference
Oh,
to millions.
Listen, everything. I didn't pay 1 penny for anything. But then when I got to Medicare, guess what? You know what they said? So by this time, I have been, treating the cancer for 10 years. They said, well, we're not paying for any treatment because you've already been treated.
Wow.
And then with metastatic breast cancer, everything is kind of like a little crapshoot. It's like, well, let's see if this works. Let's see if that works. Well, they don't want to pay for any research. It all has to.
So
it's so bad.
So to sort of wrap it up, so your advice is to somebody who has been diagnosed.
The first thing I say, because I'm telling you, sitting in that clinic and having numerous friends, Ben being one, close friends, many people that I have come in contact with cancer. There are probably 3 that went through infused chemo that are still alive.
Wow.
And
Wow.
if that's going to be the last 6 months, 8 months, 10 months, 3 years of your life, do you want to live like that?
No.
Sicker than a dog? I mean, pain? Okay, I can deal with that. But I mean, just like, you've seen.
Yeah.
No, I ain't buying it. I'm not signing up for
I'm
this.
glad you didn't
Okay,
buy into
so that's
that,
my
Candace.
first thing that I say to people. That's my first thing that I say. And, they'll say, oh, my good friend, my brother was diagnosed with, I said, do him a favor, okay? Take him out of the hospital, take him home, give him everything he wants to eat, take him on car rides, whatever he's up to. Whatever gives him the most peace and the most joy.
That's the way to go.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow, that's probably a good note to stop on.
Thank you,
Give
Candace.
him joy. Thank you. Wow.
A lot
Yes,
of great
yes.
wisdom.
Yes.
And we'll get the titles of those books and we'll
Yes.
Oh, yes.
let
That would
everyone
be
know.
great.
Okay, thank
Thank you so much, Candace.